all of a sudden your chances improve. But yeah,
Right.
at the end of the day, just don't stop. Just
Right.
don't stop.
And that's a fact too, man. Because I know there's a saying: a person who's in motion stays in motion. A person who still stays still. So you gotta keep. We ain't gonna edit that out either.
Hey,
Edit
hey, I'm like, Blue got a cat.
that.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Rodney Cooper, and I'm the host of Locker Room Talk with Coop. I got another great guest that's coming on for you guys. I got my guy, my brother, Deion Belue. Coming out of high school, he was a 3-star recruit, one of the top cornerbacks in the country, but he had to go the JUCO route for certain reason. He talks about that on the episode, but he also talks about how Coach Saban and his team stayed consistent throughout their process. And during his time at Alabama, he was an SEC champion and a national champion as well. And me and Deion, man, we had a great conversation. We talked about his story, advice to the youth. We talked about his memorable moments during his time at Alabama, and we also talked about funny moments at Alabama as well. And he also gave a funny Coach Saban story, too, that you guys are definitely going to enjoy. And he talked about what trusting the process means to him. And, guys, make sure that you guys like, comment, share this video with somebody you think will enjoy it. And also, hit that red button, those red letters that says subscribe for your boy if you're enjoying the show. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. So check it out.
So we got my bro, Deion Belue, on the show. What's up, bro? Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? How's it going, man? Looking forward to a great show.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Most definitely. So let's jump right into it, man. So let the people know your story, being a kid from Tuscumbia, Alabama, playing high school ball at Deshler High School. And with you went the JUCO route, playing at Northeast Community College up until the point you decided to play for the University of Alabama.
Man, growing up here in Tuscany, man, it's all about the sports, man. But it's especially about football because we got a few state championships here in the school and things like that. So it was all about the pigskin coming out and
state championships though. Did you get one on?
No, I ain't get one. I played in it though. I played in one, but I ain't get it. I ain't get it in basketball either. We made it in basketball as well. So
okay,
I didn't get it.
Yeah. So you hoop? Hold on. You what position?
Well, me, I was the .2 guard, man. I wasn't that tall, but I was all right though.
Yeah. You had bounce?
Oh yeah, I was up there now. I was throwing it in the kind of way you want me to do it.
Yeah. I got you. But let the people know, that transition, your story from playing at Deshler High School, community college, and deciding to play for basketball.
Yeah, just starting off of being in this town whenever it's football or nothing. Whenever it hit August, October, it's time. So just being in the atmosphere and just being in this town is great. Then just transitioning to JUCO, just being in Mississippi, Northeast Mississippi, which is in Boonsville, is in the North part. It was different, but there was the same. It was the same thing there though. JUCO football in Mississippi is a big deal.
Right.
So all of a sudden you go to them games they packed too as well. So it ain't just like you're just out there just playing in front of nobody, or you ain't got nobody to play for. So it was it was a big deal there too. But it was great. It was great going there and understanding how things work and playing against other big time Division I athletes. Just seeing them. So some of them didn't qualify as well, and and then after that, the big challenge going to Alabama. Of being the pro team of the state. That's what it is. Of being the pro team of the state is huge. It's huge. Yeah. I mean, it is. It's state of Alabama NFL.
Yeah, right.
So it was a big challenge. It was great. Loved it.
So when you went from JUCO to Bama, did you have like a top 5 when you made that decision to go to Bama, or how did that work?
I would have, but it was just the fact, from out of high school of signing with Bama, and I just didn't make it. And whenever I made it down there, they stuck with me through the whole thing. Like they didn't turn on me. They didn't forget about me. They stayed in contact with me every other day, every other week, to see how things going. So they stayed with me.
And that's dope too, because I know like a lot of people, they think Coach Saban show up to these places, with the suit on, smile like, I'm Coach Saban. I coach at Bama. Like, you go come here or what? But now the simple fact he stuck with you through that process. I know we was talking a little bit offline, like you were saying how it was something that you turned in, that was late. It wasn't necessarily like you not having the grades, but it was just a certain thing, and he was trying to see like what they can do to be able to move that forward, and also through JUCO, they stuck with you then. So just some fact, them being consistent with their recruiting process, and not just, hey, I coach Alabama and that's it. Like that says a lot about him, which is dope.
Yeah. It's just the fact whenever I just missed, like I ain't missed the assignment. It just got in late, and it wasn't my problem. But it just things that happened, and just they were trying to find a way to still get me down there at the capstone. And like all the way through. Whenever I graduated in May, they stuck with me all the way through July, just trying to find a way, trying to find that loophole, just any kind of way that they can get me in there. But it went no way. But just that alone, it spoke a lot for them that they stuck with me. So I ain't make it down to the Northeast to about mid July, so some around there, if not later, I believe. And then the whole time I was down there, they just stayed with me, even though they knew I probably had other schools offering scholarships, which I did, but it was just a sense that they stayed right there in my hip pocket the whole time. It made me making sure I was good, make sure I was all right.
Dope. So growing up, bro, who was that person that put the football in your hands, or was it just the sport itself that you gravitated to?
At the end of the day, I just think it was my boys, just whenever it happened, they I was about 6, and I was the only one not playing. Everybody else had started earlier. I was the only one not playing. I was a baseball kid, so I was playing baseball all around the yard. My mom, my dad.
What position you played?
Short and center.
Okay. Fast.
Yeah. I had that scat pack.
Yeah, right.
I had the scat pack. But yeah, man. The time has came. All my boys are playing. I want to tell my folks, I'm gonna give it a try. My pop's like, all right, you already know you can't go out there and be no punk and nothing like that. So, so when we went out there and
then turn back,
that was the end.
Yeah. I know, man. Tuscumbia. I come from Hurtsboro. Both small town, small population or whatever. So, as kids, we always had, either a teacher, our moms, our pops, the OG, the big homie, up the street, or, they be at the court or the field telling us keep going, be great, keep working. So who's that person or group of people, that spoke that belief in you to be great growing up?
Well, it was actually two ladies, my cousins.
Okay.
My cousins, which whenever I was going through the recruiting process of everything, all the schools called them my aunts. Yeah. I don't know why, but they just done it. So as of now, I still have my moments when I call them my aunt too.
That's how I work in the country.
It ended up being a habit, Right. Even though I know today that my cousin just wasn't happen, but them two ladies right there, whenever I hit by middle school, they started to tell me like just keep going, keep staying on the straight path, because it was a certain time I wasn't even thinking about playing. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna go play in college and nothing like that. But then they stuck with me, and they kept telling me to keep going, keep paying attention to everything that's going on.
And that's dope too, man. Because I know like all of us, if we look back as a kid growing up, it's always that one or two people, a couple of people that was in our ear growing up, and it's just dope to hear like each one of us, go back and can stay out the top of our head real fast who those people were that made that impact, in our life. So with you playing at Bama, man, playing pro ball, and you done played at every level, and now you coaching. What advice would you give to the kids on what steps they need to take to be able to be seen by these college coaches?
Man, just never stop playing, man. Just if you get a chance to play on a summer league team, go play on it. Even though it may not be ideal, the team you want to play for. If you get a chance to play, just keep going. Just keep going. Ain't no need to stop. As soon as you stop, you'll fall behind. And so as long as you keep playing, somebody see you at some place you go. So somebody. I don't think it takes is one. That's what I try to tell them. It only takes one, because at the end of the day, recruiters and colleges are all copycats. So if one got it, the other one want it. So so then after that, they just keep coming, keep going, and all of a sudden your chances improve. But yeah, at the end of the day, just don't stop. Just don't stop.
And that's a fact too, man. Because I know there's a saying: a person who's in motion stays in motion. A person who still stays still. So you gotta keep. We ain't gonna edit that out either. We ain't gonna edit.
Hey, like Blue got a cat.
But just a simple fact, man. You just gotta keep moving because, like you said, you never know who's at these, different spots and stuff like that. So, like you said, man, all it takes is one. So it's all about momentum. I know the same thing happened with me. Like when Bama was my first offer, and after that, that's when all the other offers started rolling in. So it's all about momentum. So, like you said, all it takes is one. So I'm with you on that for sure. So with you, bro, your story is a little bit different. Having to go the JUCO route before getting to Bama. So this is a two-part question. So what was the biggest challenge for you going from, Deshler High School to Northeast Community College? And then what was the biggest challenge for you going from Northeast Community College to playing at Bama?
Man, the biggest difference was really support, Support. You coming from the house.
Right.
When, just whatever living circumstances you're in. Right. I mean, you coming from the house and then you hitting JUCO to where you got to grow up. Because it ain't nobody there but you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody there but you.
Right.
So, and then just the academic part of it. You're going to have to stand on your own 10 and make sure you get it done. Because the professors, majority of them don't know you. They're just collecting their check. But at the same time, you got to learn on your own. Like, all your schedules ain't made out. You have to do that to make sure you're on the right path and doing what you want to do. And then just from JUCO to going to Alabama, it's just the overall support was a shocker. That was the challenge. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this unheard of for someone in an organization to know every move you're supposed to make. You know?
Yeah.
Everyone's supposed to know every move you're supposed to make, and then sometimes it's frustrating because you be like, man, how come they know the move I'm supposed to make before I know it? Like, I mean, like, like, God, dog, so it's just there was a challenge.
Shout out Lance and Molly, too. Shout out Lance and Molly, because them was the ones that at our class
doing. Yeah, 100%. That right there, the thing they don't understand. Like they kept all sports, it was all sports they kept on the rap. So, it was
if you ain't there, you getting that call. You getting that call.
Yeah, you getting the call. You getting the call, and them are gonna sit right there at the door and wait for you to show up.
Right.
They gonna sit right there at the room, but wait for you to show up. So
right. So I know with you, man. You saying like the support was the biggest challenge and change for you. So what was it like playing your first game in Bryant-Denny in front of 100,000 people? Because I can only imagine, even starting at A-Day, playing in front of all those fans, before the season even started. So what was it like for you playing your first game in Bryant-Denny in front of 100,000?
Man, it was unreal, man. It was unreal. It's almost like one of them things you see on a movie when a guy on the field he just looking around the stands and it seems like the only person out there is him.
Right.
And with like 100,000 fans. That's exactly what it was like. When I stepped out there, I just looked around like it was like everything went complete quiet. Like I didn't hear nothing. I ain't even hear him scream. I'm just out there just looking.
Yeah.
It was unreal. It was one of them things that, you know what I'm saying, you would never forget.
Right. So, bro, I like to talk about, the preseason stories and preseason conditioning stories. Well, for y'all, it was 4 quarters it wasn't funny back then, but now it's funny to reminisce on it and talk about the stuff that happened back then. So I done heard a lot of stories, man, from Bo Scarborough, Johnson Fowler, aka Nudie, Cyrus Quanjo, Rodney Clark, and all them guys. So, what's a 4-quarter story that you can share with the people that you could think of off the top of your head, and let the people know how rough 4 quarters is?
Man, 4th quarter, just a name alone, when you just hear it, you get tired. You know what I'm saying? You get tired. It ain't no excitement coming out when you hear 4th quarter. Nobody in the locker room get pumped.
Right.
If they do it, if you do it, it's sarcasm. Nobody ain't really hyped about that. But it be like it's time, but you get tired immediately, you're like, oh, it's almost time, But story wise, man, it's just whenever your group is picked for that day, Because all the time you in groups, you get skills, but your skills is broke up in groups too.
Right.
So whenever you that group,
Yeah.
you get the camera on you for every drill.
Yeah.
Every drill. Man, it's soul crushing. It's soul crushing.
Right.
It's soul crushing. I'm talking about you can't bend, you better not break, you better act like it's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about your chest be ready to jump out your chest. It be ready to jump out and take off and run off somewhere, you know?
Take a man out
you. Yeah. But Coach Cock with probably about a month before we actually get to fourth quarter, he'll crush you in the weight room. He may be gaining weight. He'll change your meal plan. You be getting all big and stuff. And goddamn fourth quarter, got to do all this running.
See, I ain't know that. That make it harder. You got to roll all that weight on you that you used to running with.
Man, lock you up. That's what it do. Have your back so tight. Man. You can't do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it get real. So bro, when it comes to trusting the process, Saban preached that a lot. And I think it's dope, man, because it's instilled in each one of you guys. And the dope part about it is that, not only does it apply to sports, but you can apply those same principles, to life. So what does trust the process mean to you?
To me, man, from being up under Saban is not about. I mean, to me, it's not about the obstacles you go through and the way you go through them. To me, it's about when as in trusting the process, as in believing in yourself. To me, that's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
When it came to trust the process, what I got is believing in yourself and count on yourself that you can do it. That's all it comes down to. Because if you can't believe in yourself and the process, all that stuff don't matter anyways.
Thanks.
Yeah. So just everything he send us through, at the end of the day, if you don't believe in yourself, you ain't gonna be able to get through it anyways.
Right. And that's with anything, man. Like if you want to start anything, either a business or, with you coaching now and stuff like that, if you don't have that belief in yourself, like people can feel that. People can feel like you're not confident in yourself. That's the first thing, man. You got to have that confidence. And then after that, you got to put that work in. And through that work, man, it just all go hand in hand. So
yeah, because the process it's never perfect. It's never perfect. It's just always you got everything lined up to where it's supposed to be perfect, but things gonna happen. So when them things happen, if you believe in yourself enough, it ain't gonna matter. You're gonna keep moving. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep working at it.
Facts. And I know too, man. I know. I like this. It's a picture that been going around. It's like a meme of like this water and it got this glacier going on top of the water and it got success. But it just shows like the success part. But up under water, it shows dedication, hard work, sacrifice, like all the different discipline, consistency, like all those different things go into like the success that everybody sees. But people don't see that other side of it as far as all the late night, early morning that we got to put in and being on the schedule and being disciplined and consistent with that. So now with you being the coach, bro, and, playing at Alabama, being around the GOAT, Coach Saban, I say the thing for me that stands out the most about Coach Saban is his attention to detail and the standard he not only holds you guys to, but himself as well. So what have you learned from Coach Saban that you apply now in life?
Just the attention to details, because whenever you dealing with the level kids I deal with the high, the middle school, the high school. Of course, to them, all the small stuff get missed all the time. So then for them, you got to make sure that they actually see the small stuff, so it can get them that little jump start in life as well. So if they understand all the small things matter, it can help them out in the long run. Of them just reverting back to the stuff that I might say it to them before. It's just like to this day with Coach Saban. I said whenever I showed up, he took me up on his wing. He sat me beside him. You talking about terrified every day for about 2 months. Like every time I came to the meeting room, it was me and him. He came down. He pulled me down. He said, "You're gonna sit right here beside me." So and then almost every day, the only thing he always say is, "See a little, see a lot." So he used to say to me, "Just see a little, you'll see a lot." So that's one of the things that stuck with me. Just see a little, you'll see a lot. All right, just understand a little, you'll understand a lot. So that's one of the things that stuck with me.
And it's dope too that you say that too, because I know I had went to Nick at noon to hear him speak, and it's crazy how big he is, how obsessed he is with human behavior and psychology. Like he's big on, like, just listening to him speak. Like I could tell like he's big on those two things and understanding like what gets a person going, how a person thinks, all those different. Like it's crazy just hearing his mind, and his memory is crazy too. Cause it was a couple football guys there, like they was OGs, old heads, and he was talking about like stories from the first time he recruited them in high school, like going in detail about everything, like they first encounter and everything. I said, dang, this man got a great memory. It's crazy. But you guys. You about to say
something? He keep a little notebook on him all times. It's always in his back pocket or on his coat jacket. So if he hear anything, he'll jot it down, because it makes sense to him, and he see he can make a difference in his player's life, in his kid's life, in his own life, So he do stuff like that. He is big on the mental aspect.
Yeah, it's crazy you said that, because Brian Vogler said the same thing. He always keep a notepad with him everywhere he go, and something that stick to him, he write it down. It's crazy. So
he'll write it down.
No, right there, like this stuff ain't made up. Like all of y'all say the same thing. So what's a funny Saban story that you can share with the people that the people don't know about? Because man, I done heard some stories. Bo Scarborough, he was talking about, it was one time in practice. It was a physical practice, and he said, "Hey coach, they holding, coach." And then Saban said, "Hey Bo." And Bo said, "What's up, coach?" He said, "Hold this," and grab this stuff. And then Newton had said, Saban had said, "Man, I'm getting old, man. My picker don't work anymore." Like he's talking crazy. So what's a funny Saban story that you can share with the fans?
So whenever I first showed up, it was only like my second practice in the spring though. In the spring, and I sprung my knee. My first time I ever been hurt, whatever, like actual hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But Jeremy still made me practice. Yeah. So I still had to practice and everything. So I'm out there, I'm limping, anything like that. So he yelled at me, 13.
13.
Yeah, for the whole spring, he never called me by my name. He made me sit beside him. He never called me by my name. Yeah. I called to the house. I said, "Man, I'm finna go." He don't even call me by my name. He called everybody else on the team by their name. He don't even call me by their name.
Right, straight up.
So yeah, he was like, 13. Stop limping. I said, "I can't help it. I'm hurt." He said, "All right, you keep being hurt. I'm gonna send you back up there where I found you, and you put a stick in your door to lock it." I said, "Well, fine then. I go on back. I can't help that I'm hurt." He said, "I'm hurt. My ass hurt every day I wake up."
Oh man, yeah, okay, man, that's funny, man. Yeah. I heard some stories, man, with Newton and him about to get into a fight, and then Newton said he was mugging him, and Saban said he said Saban was looking at him, was like, "Newton, you gonna stop looking at me like that?" You gonna stop?
Yeah, he did, and he put his hands up like this, put his hands up.
Yeah.
He put his hands up, yeah.
Oh man, so what's the most memorable moment for you on the field, like giving a behind the scenes play by play for the fans that you could think of out the top of your head that you could share with the people?
Memorable? I mean, it's so many,
Yeah,
it's so many, especially when you on the field with Ha and D Milliner and CJ Mosley, and I had to play with Nico Johnson and Damian Square, all them guys. You had there with them, so it's so many moments. It's so many moments you really can't say one, but just thinking back though, memorable. Actually, I wasn't even on the field though. I was actually on the sideline, because the offense out there on the field was going out there on the field whenever we made that drive against LSU to win it on that screen pass to TJ.
Yeah, at LSU, right?
Yeah, it was just that drive right there. Whenever it was AJ and Kevin Norwood. You know, they were sitting on the sideline, finna go out there, and they both was talking, and I think it was me and Blake Sims. We were like, yeah, we finna go get it. You know, we finna go get it. So I said to stop at the bleachers the whole time on the sideline, and just seeing that every play, and then I seen Kevin. He made that twist and catch to get us that first down on third down. I said, oh yeah, we got him now. Like it's on. Yeah. And just seeing that whole drive in slow motion. You know, it was like in slow motion. Like each play, each catch, each run, just seeing it all the way down, and all of a sudden we score. It was like one of the best moments I seen. And then plus we scored on a screen pass. I love TJ. He ain't got the best hands. I love him though. You know, I love him though. Yeah. He ain't got the best hands though.
He a dog though.
Oh, 100%. 100%. When he came as a freshman, you already knew he was so. I hit him one time in practice. I said, that boy like a solid rock. I was like, man, stay away from him. Stay away from him.
Yeah. So what was it like? What was it like playing in your first Iron Bowl? Because for them that's their national championship, but for us, we gotta make sure we beat the little brother. So what was it like playing your first Iron Bowl?
That first Iron Bowl I played in, it was at Bryant-Denny, so it was crazy. It was crazy. Just that whole week leading up to it. It was just crazy because everybody knew it was gonna be at home, and all the fans was coming in like on Wednesday. It was that whole week was just crazy. And then finally just getting out there and being part of it, to me it was a big deal because my uncle, he played at Auburn, so and then my uncle played at Auburn. My two cousins, they played at Alabama. Freddie Roach and he that's my cousin. So just having a chance to be out there on that field that he played on and my uncle played on, and just playing Auburn, so I can rub it in my uncle's face too. But just that whole, just that whole moment, like that whole week at Bryant-Denny, like just the Walk of Champions, it was special because it was just that game. Like it was like your true rivalry. It was like your true rivalry at the time, and just on the field, just able just to play and just hear the crowd erupt. Just going crazy. The first time we played, we killed them. We beat them like 52-0 or something like that. It was something. It was something. It got out of hand.
It got out of hand.
Oh yeah. We just sitting there, just looking at the clock, waiting for the party to begin. That's
what
we was looking for. Sitting there looking at the clock, just ready for the party to begin. So.
Yeah. I got you. And I can only imagine like that week leading up to it, like the trash talking between your family, like how that was going. I can only imagine with that.
It was a big deal. It was a big deal.
So, bro, it's on you now. Whatever you want to show the people is on you. It don't got to be PG. It don't got to be none of that. But I always say, man, the memories that we always cherish is the funny moments, in the locker room, in the dorms, in the apartments, and stuff like that. So what's a funny story or a couple of funny stories that you could think of that you can share with the people? Now, it's on you. It don't got to be PG now, but it's on you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a few of them. Funny moments.
Trouble now. Okay, no, it's trouble.
I don't know. I don't know, Coop.
He keep it in the fraternity, boy. B-Sci-Fi, he keep it in the fraternity.
I don't know, man. We had a whole lot of good times, man. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we go past it. Good. I got you. You don't want
I can't even tell you on that one. Yeah.
We ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. I feel you. So, bro, like I say on all the episodes, the three things I like to focus on is to entertain, inspire, and inform the people. So I want the people to see, like the human side of us, because we all have highs and lows. We all go through trials and tribulations. So what's some adversity up until this point that you could think of that you're okay with sharing with the people?
Man, just the adversity. Just whenever whenever you're playing time up. Whenever you finally and you completely done, and I mean, at the same time, you can be done, but in your mind, you're not. So it's like you had them highs and lows. Talking about, man, I know I still can play, or man, so what? So what I'm gonna do now? Even though I got a degree, what I'm gonna do? Like you still don't know, and just that transition it's so hard. Like to me, it was extremely hard. It was extremely hard. I had a hard time of just getting over that hump of just knowing I'm not finna play anymore. I was having a whole lot of lows, and then I just had a John Fulton. He reaching out to me, making sure I was all right, and like that. 'Cause I was having a hard time with it, and and just the human side of it is it's just that. Just when you grow up and you playing forever, you got to think about when you just playing non-stopping. You're going to school, you happy for your degree and everything you got, but when it's all said and done, you finally done dribbling that ball or trying to tackle someone, anything like that, like it hits different. Right? It hits different. It don't matter if you got all the money. At the end of the day, when you done playing that game, it's that transition. It's that transition that money can't it can't step in for that. Right. It just can't, because it's just all in your mind. Regardless of how good the game treated you, it still hurt.
Right. And me and you both know, bro. Like with the game, man, it's crazy because growing up, that's all we know. It's the game that we play. And as you get older, you understand. Like every athlete has an expiration date. You can't run from it. At some point, you got expiration date, and then during that transition, bro. Like, you go through a dark space, man. It's a lot of demons you got to fight, bro. Like, it was the same thing for me. Yeah. Like, when I got injured, I was asking myself questions like, dang, like, if I can't come back, like, what I'm going to do? And I went through it. But I didn't really have, like, nobody at that time to lean on. Then that's my fault, too, because, we taught to be strong, be this tough guy, and I ain't want to, be vulnerable, open up to, anybody and stuff like that. But as we get older, like I said, man, we all got an expiration date, and that transition for every athlete is tough, man. So I'm with you on that, and I appreciate you for sharing that because you know what they say, your testimony, your message. So, us sharing this, it's going to help somebody that's going to be watching or listening to this, or it's going to give somebody perspective on, some of the things that we go through, making that transition, sharing our adversity and being open and vulnerable and, talking about these things. So I appreciate you sharing that, bro. So before we start wrapping things up, man, what advice would you give to a young Deion Belue that's going to be watching this either when it first uploads, a year from now, or even 5 years from now, if they're going to be watching or listen to this? What advice would you give to a young Deion Belue?
Just enjoy every moment of it, You have to. You got to enjoy every moment because you never know whenever it'll end. But at the same time, you got to enjoy it. Like, in the words of the coach, man, you got to enjoy the process. It is what it is, Yep. It may not be the ideal process. Like on my end, it wasn't ideal. Right. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed every bit of it. Every side road I took, every dirt road I took to get back to the highway, so I can go ahead and keep flowing. So I enjoy it all. I wouldn't change it, but just overall, man, just whatever happens in your life, just embrace it. Embrace it, overcome it, and just keep moving on the upside and keep a good circle with you.
And there's a saying, man, it say, a smart man learn from his own mistakes, a wise man learn from the mistakes of others. So I just hope the youngins that gonna be watching and listen to this, like, take that wisdom that you just shared, because that's your experience. And we can always learn from each other's experiences, man. And you know what they say too, man. It doesn't happen to you, it happened for you. So all the things that, both of us have been through, it's setting us up for, we probably can't see it now, but in the near future, it all makes sense. So I appreciate you sharing that too, bro. So dope. So who would you like to see on Locker Room Talk with Coop? And before you answer that, whoever you say, you got to help me link up with that person. So who you would like to see on the show?
Let's see. You done had Ronnie, you done had Bo, you had Nudie.
Yep. I done had Brian Vogler, Donnie Lee Jr.
You done had Bogey.
Yep.
I don't know. This is a tough one, man. You might need to try to get John. Thinking about it, John Fulton.
Bro, we've been talking in the DMs. We gonna make that happen. Cause he's funny, bro. He's funny, bro.
Oh yeah. You might, man. For real. Even though he was only there about what? It was there for 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
But it almost seemed like he was there about 7 for some reason. It almost seemed like John was there about 7, man.
Yeah.
You need him, or you can get a hold of you can get a hold of Anthony Steen. He was pretty funny guy from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Big Steen. Or Michael Nicewinder. That's who you need to get.
Okay. Yeah.
That's who you need to get. That right there's Wayne, because you already know that he from Alabama, but he walked on and stuff and got a scholarship and all that. I think that'll be a good one. You get nice.
Sure. That'll be a good story. Okay. We can make that happen.
You know what? I'll have you with him. I'll have you with him. All right. Nice. I'll try to get him.
Let's make it happen for sure. Bet.
Yeah. Oh, Mike.
Yeah. So let the people know, man, your social media handles so they can, stay in contact with you and continue to follow your journey. I know you're not active on the social media, but but let the people know your social media.
Man. You can just follow me on IG, man. I gotta look up the handle. You're right. I ain't even active on it.
Yeah.
I don't even know the handle no more.
Right.
Where we at? It'll be DE_Belue, BELUE, number 1, in the word 3.
Okay.
So D_Belue 13.
Okay. I'm gonna have my intern put it up under you when you say it, but dope, bro, dope. So that's another episode of Locker Room Talk with Coop. Make sure you guys like, comment, share this video with somebody y'all think will enjoy it. And also, man, hit that red button, those red letters that say subscribe for your boy. And Deion, fam, appreciate you coming on.
Man, appreciate you for having me, man. I enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.